start it now.
Okay, what?
I'm gonna start it.
I don't know. I feel like.
You guys can.
Do you think I can make this into a necklace? Do you guys think it would weigh me down? I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Are you good?
I'm gonna start so people can come in.
Okay. I'm not gonna talk for the rest of the time.
You have to talk. This is going on YouTube.
Timmy's gonna do it.
Okay. Do the rosary live.
No, you're not gonna do the rosary. You're gonna tell us how you keep so centered and calm. Yeah.
Oh, I keep so centered and calm. That is a
And
good
how you
question.
embrace change.
Change.
Yeah.
Change for me is, well, I think that it's been intense. Would you not agree?
Okay, so today, you guys, hi everyone. We're gonna talk about the eclipse, which is coming on the 21st. We had, a little one on the 7th, which was what, yesterday? Day before yesterday? I don't even know. And so 2 days ago. So anyway, what I'm gonna personally do is I'm gonna make this into a necklace that I could just wear as like maybe a plate, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be solid. Like no one's gonna get past this. No eclipse is gonna get me down. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna talk about today, because basically what happened on the 7th is it kind of is opening the door to this energy that's going on right now that can be somewhat, it's building, it's intense. We have to look at our relationships with our friends and family and make sure things don't get too riled up. So I don't know, have you felt any eclipse energy?
Absolutely.
Like what? Like what's going on with you?
Like, there's a really good friend of mine who's going through a really hard time, and she's married and she's trying to hold the marriage together. It doesn't look like it's going to be held together. And for whatever reasons, they are not, the husband is going off and doing his own thing, and it's bringing up a lot of what I talked about in the book when I actually left my husband about 15 years ago. So I did.
Timmy left her husband.
It was terrible.
Oh my God! What?
I did.
I can't believe you didn't even tell me about this. I'm learning this 15 years later.
I think you were part of.
Oh my
you were
God!
There with me, my friend.
Whew.
Anywho, so a lot of what is happening, it's making me relive what I did and what I am not happy that I did to my husband. So we're talking about that, and it's bringing up a lot of old patterns and past hurts that we've got to talk about. It's not done, but we will.
Yeah, so, the thing that's interesting about the eclipse is what happens is it brings things that are maybe dormant to the surface. And so, how do we stay calm when chaos is going on around us or when things are being brought up? And, there are a lot of people out there that are like, you know what, I don't even know if I buy into this whole eclipse energy, and I don't know if I really feel it. And, in Ayurvedic medicine and Chinese medicine, this is something that obviously was brought up because of energy and vibration and whatnot. So whether you believe it or not, there are people that are going to be affected by it. There's a lot of things with, driving, being more safe, taking the time, not to be rushing, taking the time to nurture yourself. But so what do you find with you, Timmi, that like when things are being brought up, how are you kind of keeping calm in the storm? Like what are some tools that you're
I'm
utilizing?
trying to talk about it more rather than hold it in, because I feel like, as you said, as it's getting more and more intense, if I hold it in, it's only going to make me more intense and I'm going to pop. And I don't think that's going to solve anything in the long run. So I have been praying my rosary. We'll call this my weapon of choice. That definitely helps me stay connected and know that there's something higher up there that can help guide me through this time. As well as crystals. I mean, obviously, wearing the crystals. The selenite, I love. It's on all the time.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I think, and some of these it seems is like, oh my God, are you kidding me? That seems so simple. But for example, rose quartz. This is a go-to crystal because right now, if we get in our head and we get our feelings hurt if someone says something, or our emotions get really going out with us and then our mind takes over, it's easily to get caught in that web, that spin, that energy that's kind of going on right now on the planet. So the thing about rose quartz and why it's really a good to go to eclipse crystal is that it helps you to stay heart-centered. It helps you to go, you know what, this will pass. Maybe some things are being said or things are getting out of control, but you know what? I'm going to stay in this space of love. I'm going to stay in this space of just interconnection, and I'm not going to let everything get to me. I also think another one, probably a lot of you already have this, but amethyst is one of these crystals that help us tap into our intuition. A lot of people believe it's a really good time where you're either going to have a breakdown or you're going to have a breakthrough. And so how do we use this energy, this intense energy, to help us? Well, we could go deeper in our meditations. We can be able to say, okay, if the veil is lifted right now, if I could see beyond what's happening right now and learn or take this opportunity, like, what do I need to do to grow and shift and evolve? Because this planetary alignment, you know, we've known for a period of time. So why do we even care about knowing about all this stuff? Sorry. Why do we even care about knowing about all this stuff? Why? I'm throwing crystals now. The reason why is that this is when you go into your tool chest. When things are really good and everything in life is fabulous and just streaming and great, sometimes we don't have to go to our tools because we don't need them. Well, now's the time where we could really hone into the energy of the earth while the cosmos are kind of moving around and aligning and getting still, and there's a whole bunch of energy. So the more we connect into the ground and really kind of get centered, we can be that place of neutrality. I think that's a really good word right now, is trying to keep as neutral as possible. And I'm not saying be a stone face, but you know what I mean? I think it's a lot easier to try not to get caught up in it. So like example with your friend and just with your friend. So what's going on? I mean, like, what are you
well, she's
kind of
just having a hard time because her marriage is not in a good place, and I don't know if they'll get back together. I mean, I hope they do.
So what are the kind of some of the tools that you're kind of...
Well, I think talking through stuff, letting her know that there's definitely support, just being there for her. But you know what? It's kind of like when you tax that energy tank of your own to give to someone else. It can tax you, then you have nothing else to give. So I've got to be careful too that I don't give out too much, because as you said, we're all experiencing stuff. I need to save a little bit to help myself through this. But what's really weird is I've been like orange since last Friday. Like, I can't get enough orange. What do you think that's all about?
Well,
with this time period.
Yeah, I mean, orange is really, once again, a lot of people are wondering, you know, hey, what's going on? What am I passionate? I think a lot of people are becoming more passionate about, you know, definitely certain things. During this eclipse period, it's probably one of those times, especially now we're coming into a Mercury retrograde too. Woo! Is one of these times where even though we had a new moon, I don't necessarily know if it's the best time to start a ton of new projects. It's maybe time to harness in on things that maybe have started new and really kind of revamp, relook, make sure that we ask, you know, some people around us, our judgments might not be 100% completely on. And it's a good time if you have some really good wisdom type people around you that keep really calm and centered, to kind of hone into their energy right now, because we all kind of really need to come together. I'm not joking about the black tourmaline, because I really do feel that sometimes, I know even with me, I could get like, I feel like I'm just like spinning, and this piece of black tourmaline wasn't going to do it for me, guys.
Do you want us to get that drilled for you?
This
so we can
piece,
make a necklace?
but sometimes if you guys have these larger minerals, I mean, it does help, because it's that girth, it's that weight that just kind of helps you like really ground in. And the thing I like to do with black tourmaline is I just kind of feel like sometimes when I hold it, I almost feel like any of my anxiety, and there's fear and there's a lot of stuff coming up right now with the surface with us, with humans right now. And I feel like when I could channel it into an energy versus, or like the source of the earth, instead of maybe channeling at a person or getting riled up over a situation, I'm able to dissipate it and make it kind of slow down. And I feel like our earth can be a really good ally for us right now.
Sometimes I wonder, it always is odd to me that, you know, you'd go to a black stone when you're kind of in a dark time, you know what I mean? But it seems like that's what helps absorb some of the energy of what you just said, right?
Yeah, I mean, once again, everyone's going to kind of have, you know, some people might go to certain things. I mean, like, I also pulled, you know, Amazonite, because I feel that the more we stay fluid, the more that we just know that this will pass, everything will work out, and we don't get locked into the chaos. We're able to flow through it. But I just know sometimes if you're feeling dark, if you're feeling intense, sometimes holding those black stones makes you say, you know what, it's not like you're avoiding it, you're going into it, and you're using it, that darkness, as an alloy to kind of work through something. So I think it's really, really kind of...
Well, you do have to walk through the dark to get to the light,
yeah,
regardless.
So, you know, it's an interesting time. I'm trying to think what other kind of... it's one of those times that if you feel like you are getting overheated, to definitely do whatever you can to cool off, you know, whether it's cold foods or taking a shower or whatever, so that you can kind of neutralize your energy. Also, shungite, a really good stone to utilize right now, because shungite's a good neutralizer. So definitely use the energy of the earth. If you have prayers, or you have mantras, or you have other different things that you use to ground and connect yourself, yoga, meditation, sound baths, eating good food, all these are tools that we have available to us. And if you're going to use them these next 2 weeks more than ever, definitely a powerful time to tap into this energy field. So thanks for being with us today. And also just, you know, remember that, why do we look at stuff like this? Why do we tap into it? Because we have these available to us, and the time to use them is when we need them. So love is in the earth, grounding's in the earth, tap in and plug in.